We're here in person today in the WeWork in Salesforce Tower, downtown in San Francisco.
Really cool.
Super cool. Okay, well, I'm just going to assume that it's just delayed. There we go. Perfect. Okay, well, thanks everybody for joining. This is our weekly Wednesday that we do every week, talking about JellyPod and all our new features. Let's just make sure that... Okay, I think the volume levels are good.
Nice.
So, if you're watching this for the first time, I'm Pearson Blal, and we're building JellyPod, the AI podcast studio. And today we have two really cool things to talk about. So, every weekly Wednesday, we talk about like the things that we've released over the last week, what we're going to be releasing next week. Today we have like two really cool things to talk about. One that we mentioned last week about editability on clips or editability on slides. And then we also release clips. So really two awesome features, editability of Magic Video and clipping for social media posts, like taking your long episodes and converting them into short snippets.
Nice. Hey, you
so-
kind of gave it away. I thought it tee it up, but
No,
but
so-
yeah, no, exciting, super exciting stuff. By the way, hello everyone in the chat. Hey Noel, I see you there. Yeah, it's been a really exciting week, and it's something we've been talking. If you followed us for a while, we've been building the foundation for this, and so we've always said, oh, once we have this, things are just gonna follow. A lot of things are gonna, follow really fast, and we're seeing that now, thankfully. Like, so, we had the first step was getting the Magic template in, which lets you basically generate slides that accompany your podcast. So, you get different types of slides like images, quotes, bullets, titles, a combination, and an AI basically goes and makes it for you. And the idea was that this visual supplement would let you really drive home the points you're trying to make in your podcast. Obviously, this was never gonna be perfect, in one go, because the AI can only do so much. And so we knew editability would be key here. So we try our best to give you something that works. But then if you want to adjust the timing, if you want to edit the slide, now you can. It's super easy. You just go and you click on the slide, and you'll see a side panel pop up in Inspector where you can edit not just the content, but for bullets, you can even edit the timing of the bullets when the bullets come in. And obviously you can edit the duration of the slides as well.
Let's show everybody. Okay, so we have, we'll share my screen here. I've been doing some podcasts. Here's example one. So I think everybody could see this. Noel, I'll lean on you. It should be, I think, correctly sized, the screen here. But yeah, so this is like the interface that, if you're watching this for the first time, here's JellyPod.
You always make the coolest cover art. I don't know. Your prompt secret.
This one is the standard for everyone that
Ooh.
every new user now gets my first podcast.
Nice.
So, or we're testing this if this works. Okay, so editability, right? So if you've created your podcast, what you need to do is you need to change first your template to Magic Video. So that's the key. And then you click Generate Assets. And so what this does now is it takes your audio, takes your transcript, it understands what you're saying, and will generate slides, slide assets across your entire episode. That are well timed, or hopefully well timed, to match what you're saying. But you can actually then go and edit them. So once this is done generating,
Yeah, and depending on the length of your podcast, it might take a minute or two. But
So Noel says this is a small screen. Let's see. We'll do full screen. We'll just let's do picture-in-picture circle. This is probably better.
nice.
Okay, so we got our bullets. They've been generated. So, and look, and also if you see this over here, we now have synchronized words so that you can see exactly where you're editing and where your cursor is. So very helpful if you're editing your stuff. So, for example, here on Magic Video, so you see your slide, and you can click Edit Slide, and now you get this inspector that opens up over here. And so I can just go and literally edit the slide. So like new slide title, and then if I want to edit the bullet point, ethical dilemmas, or no, and so like super easy. I can delete them, and then you can also adjust the timing. So this is like the delay for your bullets. So like at what point after the start does this bullet come in? So this was like 22 seconds after the first start. So it starts around 17 seconds or 16 seconds, and so it should come in right around there. So
Yeah,
that's
simple.
super editability there.
And other image slides like title and quotes are very similar. You can edit it. The image is, I think, worth showing because the image slide, you can regenerate the image.
Right, so let's close this. Let's click on the image and then click Edit Slide. And so we have this like image here. And here's the prompt that was used to generate. Let's just do a illustrated black box or a crayon. So we'll regenerate that.
Yeah. And you can edit the caption that goes with it too, which is the text that appears at the bottom of the image.
Right.
Nice.
Yeah, so it
cool.
changed the image.
Nice. And again, we try to keep consistent art style for every episode. So the art style is actually determined by the AI. So you can have a consistent artwork throughout.
Right. Let's see. Let's check this. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, nice.
Any questions yet?
No.
But this is editability.
Editability, and it doesn't stop there because and then now let's say you have this awesome podcast, but you're like, I just want to share just a piece of it, a cool PowerPoint, maybe going along with the audio. Like, how do we do that, Pearson?
Yeah. So exactly. So here, let's go to this clip right here. So we added clipping. So a lot of people like, hey, I don't want to publish my whole episode. I just want to publish a section of this. So I like this section right here. This is this little like speech block right here. I like this section. So what I can do is just click create clip, and you can generate a snippet. So we can generate it, but just by clicking the speech blocks that you like. I can click this one, and then I can generate a clip of this exact section. So if
Now, the real hot topic underneath all this is explainable AI.
starts at
That is, making
topic,
models, especially these monster LLMs and vision
video.
systems,
So like if you have an
actually
image
give
here
you
or
some
whatever,
sense of how they reach
or
their
show the same
decisions.
stuff,
Not just, here's your output.
you can select
but
multiple clips.
here's
and
basically
show-
why I
and
made
see
that
how the
call.
bullets came in too, just like
In healthcare and finance,
naturally.
this is huge.
so you can
Like,
make
you
it
can't just
longer,
deny someone alone
and have to be
or make a
sequential, so,
diagnosis
like,
based on a model say-so
choose
with
your
zero
start
explanation.
sentence or start
People demand,
block,
and
then the
honestly
end block.
deserve, clear reasons, especially in high-stakes
And
settings.
just to be clear, this is not
I gotta
just
tell you,
music videos, but you
I
can.
ran into this
So
firsthand.
I actually
Not gonna name
we like,
names or details.
karaoke or
I do like
Spotify,
now the real hot.
templates for those because those look like really shareable social cool social media clips, especially because you can hang on to the captions.
Totally.
So
Yeah, let's change it to Spotlight. So we change it to Spotlight. There's our template, and then create clip. Let me select the clip again.
Let me start with the broad
Cool.
strokes.
yeah.
And
Across
look,
the board,
it's pretty
the
cool.
big themes are
Come on, this is
transparency,
gonna get you so many
accountability,
followers. It's
and fairness.
crazy.
The EU just
You can
dropped a
change
pretty
that to
comprehensive
square.
framework, really going in on things like making decisions traceable,
Landscape.
not just a black box spitting out results.
And yeah, so
The
then
US is a
use
little
it.
less
Select your
heavy-handed,
block,
but
click
they're
on
starting to
landscape,
catch up with principles emphasizing fairness and clear audit trails for high-risk AI use.
to render.
It's kind of interesting how both regions are leaning in on
Just like when
similar
you're rendering
themes,
your episodes.
but have their own priorities. Like,
And
the
then-
EU's all about conformity and formal
Done.
oversight, while the US is still big on flexibility and innovation, maybe to a fault sometimes.
Okay, cool. You get this little box, and if you want to go and just see it, maybe it needs to be longer. I'll click on the view clips button there, but you can go to clips, and this is the clip that we just created right here. So I can click share. If I click share, it copies that link to the clipboard. And then we can go right there and share the clip. So if you just want to send somebody the link to the clip, you can do that. If you want to download it, you can. Just click download. You'll download the clip. If you want to edit the title, we'll have an AI generated title coming up soon, but it'll be like my first podcast. There we go, my first podcast. And yeah, and you can also just view the episode that the clip is a part of. So
Yeah, no, it's so super cool, and we've been talking about this for the longest time, and so I'm very excited about this feature because, like, you should always, and I feel like we're gonna, talk more about the strategy behind distributing your podcast as well. We're focusing on the tech here, but like your podcast is a gold mine. And a lot of people, I think, one of the mistakes we see people make is like they have this goal with them and they only use it once. But the thing is, you can reuse. This is unlike like physical gold. This is something you can reuse, and once you have a podcast out there, you should be creating clips, multiple clips for different platforms, and they can be different depending on Instagram, TikTok, whatever, and then reusing those clips and putting them out there and using them as a funnel to your main podcast. And the people who basically are effective at the strategy, they just get so many followers. It's crazy, so many views. So definitely,
True.
please utilize this. It's awesome, very powerful.
yeah. So any questions from anyone in the audience? We'll wait, but yeah. So yeah, this the clips here. It's pretty cool. I can even go back to the episode and create a new clip. Let's see, physical gold. Yeah, I'll just change it to classic audio, or I'll show you. I'll do karaoke this time, and then I'll change it to portrait, and I'll create a short clip here. And this will be like a
One little tangent.
mode one.
I remember I
These
was
skip
staring
with
at these
Instagram
audit
and
trails
TikTok.
thinking,
The square ones are good for Instagram too. Horizontal are pretty good for LinkedIn and YouTube. But yeah, so this is like the portrait mode, which is pretty sweet.
Yeah, super cool. Yeah, that's the other thing. I think I think that's actually a great combo because usually what I would like, I like landscape the best for the full podcast, but then for clips you probably want portrait mode because you want to share them on mobile, and so maybe that's an interesting use case where you first just download a clip as a landscape, but then they create these clips using portrait mode so that you can get people interested and send them to the main clip,
Yeah, totally.
main episode. Yeah.
But yeah, so follow my podcasts on Spotify if you want. But yeah, so I mean, I know Noel's here and some other people are here too. But if there's any questions about this, feel free to ask them.
Yeah.
And if not, then and you're watching this later, leave a comment on the video. Reach out to us on the support chat or email. We'll be making more tutorials and stuff about this. We're updating our support bot to help with clipping because I know there might be some questions around that. And then, yeah, so, I mean,
Yeah, this is it. I mean, we packed in a lot, I feel. But
packed it a lot. So I think on that note, I think we're probably good.
yep.
So join us next week, next Wednesday, for a quick 15-minute, 20-minute live stream about the new features we released. And yeah, actually, maybe we might be pausing this for the next 2 weeks or so, but we'll keep everybody updated. But we'll let you know. But expect to come back next Wednesday. I might do something. We'll figure it out. But
yeah, Wednesday.
yeah.
Just Eve before Christmas Eve, I guess. Like,
yeah, totally. Okay, well, see everybody next week, and yeah, thanks for joining.
all right, take care, guys.